Yo, what's up YouTube? JB here, just bringing you my first installment in this How to Squat series. Today we're going to be looking at how to squat for beginners. Now if you've already got some squatting experience and you're feeling somewhat confident in your squatting, this might be the video for you. That said, stay tuned because over the coming weeks I'm going to be releasing more advanced tips and tricks to help you take advantage of your mechanics and really honing your technique. For now, this video is going to be best suited for those who are really at a loss with their squatting. They're very new and early in their learning experience. Before we get started, I'm going to preface this by saying if you have access to a powerlifting club or gym, I highly recommend you go see a coach there. No amount of online tutorials or YouTube videos is going to replace the value of one-on-one feedback in real time. That said, let's get started. Okay, so there are a couple of points that we're not going to really bother with today. For example, your stance, how you grip the bar, where it sits on your shoulders. Those are things we're going to talk about in a more advanced tutorial in the future. For now, have a stance that's slightly wider than shoulder width apart, and the bar should sit naturally on your shoulders with a grip that's fairly comfortable for your shoulder position. Okay, the first point I want to make is to initiate the descent by breaking at the hips. Here you can see me standing nice and upright. And the first thing I do is sit my hips back. Just very subtle. So take a look. It's a very small sitting back. The torso slightly leans forward. And from there you break the knees and descend smoothly into the bottom. Now it's important to note that the sitting of the hips back does not move the bar. The bar stays in place while the hips break. So let's take another look at that from the side. You'll notice here as the hips break, the bar stays in place. So it goes hips first, then knees, the bar stays in place, and then the bar starts to descend, staying balanced over the feet the entire time. A common mistake people make is to shift the shoulders forward instead of breaking at the hips. So here you can see me exaggerating that, where I tip over. It's not so much a tip as it is just a slight, subtle sitting back of the hips. Another error people make is that they break at the knees first. So here you see me trying to keep my torso upright while breaking at the knees. That simply doesn't work. You need to sit the hips back first, then break the knees in a smooth, controlled fashion, descending into the bottom of the hole. Okay, my second point for today is about how the knees track in relation to the feet. The knee should track over the line of the ankle. It's a common fault for the knees to collapse in, and you should be making an attempt throughout the entirety of the lift to be forcing the knees out. This creates a space in between your knees for your hips to drop in between. Here you see me demonstrating what an incorrect squat technique looks like, where the knees collapse in. This puts unnecessary stress and lateral shear forces through the knee, which you do not want. Now there is some debate regarding this point, and some coaches don't think that this is as much as an issue as others. However, we're not going to get into that debate today. For now, simply making an attempt to push the knees out as much as you can. Okay, my third point for today is going to be about balance. You should be doing your best to stay balanced over your foot. You do not want your weight to fall forward onto the ball of your feet, nor do you want the weight to fall back onto your heels. A cue that I like to use is thinking about keeping your whole foot in the ground or staying balanced over your midfoot. This is going to help keep the bar path nice and vertical and make the lift as efficient as possible. Okay guys, and my final point for today is about your back, and that is you should be doing your best to keep your back straight. Many people misinterpret this and think that they need to keep their trunk upright, and that's not the case. Rather, you need to keep your back as straight and neutral as possible. Many people tend to fall over and they allow their trunk to fall forward. This is incorrect, and the best remedy for this is to think about keeping your chest up. I'm about to demonstrate what that looks like next. Another common issue is overarching, and that is thinking about keeping the chest up too much to the point where the back is hyperextended. Again, this is incorrect and should be addressed. This is something we're going to talk about in part 2 of this How to Squat series. Okay guys, I'm going to wrap this up just by showing you what a good squat looks like with about 60 kilos or 135 pounds. So here you see me firstly initiate the lift by breaking at the hips. Secondly, I open the knees up to allow the hips to drop in between them. Thirdly, I stay balanced throughout the entire lift, so I don't fall onto my toes or on my heels. and throughout the entire time my back remains straight, maintaining its natural curvature. Like I said, I'm going to release a how to squat for intermediates over the coming weeks. But before that, I'm going to release a how to bench and how to deadlift for beginners tutorial as well. If you've enjoyed this video and have learnt something, please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I really appreciate the support. Other than that, thanks for watching. Catch you later.
Joey, come back! How the fuck did you get a bicycle? Holy crap, I'm running like a bicycle person. Oh my god.